everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Everyday Frannay, and episode 5 of my quest to find the perfect hobby. So it is officially September, and although it is not autumn yet, I think it is time for the COSY crafts to commence. I am especially excited as I spent the morning collecting conkers, which to me is the pinnacle of coziness and autumn. And so now I just cannot wait to get started on all the cute things that I have planned. What I've been doing over the past few weeks is scrolling through Pinterest and getting some inspiration on all the new crafts and hobbies that I want to try that are autumn and festive themed. And as I was scrolling through, I noticed a pumpkin scrunchie. Now, we all know how much I love a scrunchie. I think they're just absolutely great. And combining that with autumn and making a pumpkin one, I mean, it's just got to be the perfect craft for me. The only problem is that all the cutest ones that I saw were crochet, and I don't know how to crochet. I learned the very, very basics probably 5 or 6 years ago, and I haven't picked it up since. And so what I need to do is I need to go back and try the basics again. I need to learn from scratch. And so that's what we're doing this week. I have even dressed for the occasion with a little crochet cardigan. I didn't make this. I've not got any skill, like I said. And so I'm going to be quite ambitious with this week's video, because what I want to do is I want to learn the basics and also make my scrunchie. As you might already know, and I've alluded to in the past, I have a very short attention span when it comes to trying new things. And so I don't want to spend weeks and weeks getting to the point of getting good at crochet and then being able to do it. I want to fast track it and do it all in 1 week and see where I get to. There is so much amazing content out there in terms of beginner crochet, and what I'll do is I'll link any of the tutorials or any of the videos that I used. So I'm going to be starting with the basics, learning to tie a knot and doing a chain stitch, and see where I go from there. So to do that, what I've done is I've bought some yarn, and what I found, which is amazing for a crochet beginner, is on the back of all the yarns, it tells you what size crochet hook or knitting needles you need to use, which I just think that's amazing. I think that's really useful. I got this and my crochet hooks just off Amazon, and so this requires a 4 to 5mm hook. So I'll use one of those, and then I might as well show you now because I'm very excited. This is the wool yarn, whatever it's called, that I will be using for the scrunchies. I mean, that is the perfect pumpkin colour. I think it's actually called pumpkin orange. And I don't know what this is called. So let's get started with the basics. So first things first, let's learn to tie a knot. It turns out there are so many different ways to tie a slip knot. I found this one the easiest because you didn't have to use a hook, and I'll link the tutorial in the links below. Now, once you have your knot, you can then thread over your loop onto your hook, and we can start with learning how to do a chain stitch. So a chain stitch is fairly easy once you get the hang of it. I here got my knot tied too tightly, and so I wasn't able to thread it through, and it took me a while to unravel it. But a chain stitch is simply pulling the thread or yarn through the loop that you have already created, and it makes a little chain. Once you get going, it's actually really fun, and I would have happily done 100 of these and not anything else. One thing I've really struggled with is to keep tension in the yarn. In all the tutorials, everyone only has it looped over their finger once, but for me, it just doesn't work. Now, what I'm trying to do here is to learn how to do a single crochet. I'm not going to aim to try and explain how to do it because the tutorials do it so much better, so I'll link them in the description. But you basically thread your hook through the next available link and then hook the thread behind it and pull it through so that you have 2 loops on your hook, and then you pull the rest of the yarn through and it creates this little crochet stitch. And now I repeat that for the length of the chain. So it turns out after 30 minutes I got a little bit better at it, and I think some of the muscle memory from doing it previously kicked in, and I was able to complete this very messy, very uneven little square. Now to tidy it up, I threaded through the remaining bits of yarn and linked them through the existing stitches. So I think that's the basics out of the way. I'm pretty happy with my little square, and if I'm honest with my attention span, I think this is as good as it's gonna get. I'm so impatient to get started with the pumpkin scrunchie that I feel like I might as well carry on practicing the basics with that and give it a go straight away. So I'm excited, let's get going. So I start by tying another slip knot, which I've now got the hang of. I hook my hook under the bobble and pull the slip knot through to the other side. There's an amazing tutorial that helped me do this, so again, I will link it in the description. So the only way I can describe the process here is by using a single crochet around the bobble. So we use the bobble as if we were using the loop of yarn. And we repeat this process so that the whole bobble is covered with the yarn. So at this stage, I'm really happy with how it's looking. I've managed to cover the entire bobble with using the single crochet. And I actually think that all my bobbles would look better if they were just covered in a single crochet. I think it looks super fun at this stage. The next stage of the process was to use a double crochet. And again, I will link a tutorial in the description. So a double crochet ends up using 3 loops on the hook and you pull the yarn through those, and it ends up creating a much wider stitch. So I use this crochet along as the second layer of my scrunchie. Now it looks super fun here, but you can already see that it doesn't really look like a scrunchie, but for me this is an absolute beginner project and I'm very happy that it's even ended up as something that looks like this. I am using the hook just to pull through and tidy up the ends after tying a knot. And so now onto the green. At this stage I am a pro at tying slip knots, and we start again by tying a knot, hooking it onto our hook, and again, similar to the process with the single crochet around the bobble, I am now using the green and the original orange layer to run a single crochet of green around the entire edge of my scrunchie. So when it came to making the leaves, there wasn't really a tutorial that I looked for that had this effect, and so I decided to go rogue and design my own. What I've done is I've tied another slip knot and looped it through the edge of the green, and then proceeded to do 4 chain stitches. Once I've done 4, and I think that that's the length of the leaf I would like, I then go on to do a single crochet through the length of this chain stitch, and it doubles up and in the end ends up looking a little bit like a leaf. So I was very happy with this design of mine. Then repeated the process of these leaves and created them around the edge of the bobble. So as you've probably seen, it didn't go entirely to plan. The bobble was quite small, and so the really thick wool kind of makes it extra bulky, but I think it works. It definitely has to be over a bun because you can't loop it round twice over a ponytail. So here's the big reveal. But when you do take it off, it does definitely look a little bit more like a hat, which has given me an idea. Ta-da! I think we can all agree that Freddie wore it better than me. And so maybe this will be part of Freddie's Halloween wardrobe. Anyway, what it does show is that you can be an absolute beginner, whether it's with crochet or any other craft, and have a go at making something. I really actually enjoyed this. It didn't take long. Yeah, I had to watch a couple of tutorials, which I will link below, but it was really fun. And whether I wear it or Freddie, I'm really happy with it. So if you've enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe so that you can follow on and join me next week in the quest to find the perfect hobby. See you there!